Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are today. Thank you very much for following Chiliz and Socios. I heard you are more than 15,000 people right now watching the YouTube, so thank you very much for following us. A special hello in Turkey, in Brazil, in Korea, and all the communities we have all over the world. The last few weeks has been crazy for us, as you know, and much more to come. We predicted an epic March, if you remember the 1st of March on Twitter. We definitely delivered, but we're going to deliver more in March, in April, in May, etc. First of all, I would like to thank my team who is working 24/7 to deliver everything we are doing right now. And it requires a lot of work, a lot of dedication. So thank you very much, everybody in the company, because I know how hard is it. We signed a lot of new teams already that will be announced at some point. Teams that will give us a new status as a company. Teams that are actually providing more coverage. Teams that's gonna help us to reach new territories. And as you know, Socios and Chiliz are growing significantly in terms of user base, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. First and foremost, I want to announce the team, or at least one team this morning, and I'm going Here we go. Welcome Manchester City to the Socios.com family and the Chiliz blockchain. We are very happy to announce that we've signed Manchester City. We signed actually last night, so everything is always last minute. That's why it was very intense for our team. But thank you very much for the team that is working on that. Very happy to have done it. City was a very big achievement for us. We actually spoke for 2.5 years almost with them to educate and explain what we're trying to do. Now that we have such a strong track record, it gives us a lot of confidence on how successful this venture can be. And City is our new gateway for the Premier League. It's our first Premier League team that's going to launch a token. It's going to be launched in the next few days and a few weeks. And City is, of course, right now #1 in the table, but most importantly, it's also a major football group who has access to teams all over the world. And the relationship and the press release we probably just announced a few seconds ago or minutes ago release also the fact that we intend to work with more than one teams inside the group. So very excited about this one. There is more than 20, the guys are telling me, there is more than 20,000 people watching right now. Hello, guys. A lot of things, a lot of details about City, because it's a locker room announcement. So there was a lot of people being stressed about the fact that, there was the original locker room locked in Chiliz. So because of the significant rise in terms of price of Chiliz, which kind of is amazing for Chiliz token holders, it can be a little bit of an issue for locker room holders. We managed to fix that with a very simple mechanism. Is every token holders or locker room holders will get four City tokens. So you will get 4 times more City tokens that were originally planned, which in a way is to balance the incredible rise that Chiliz had in the last few weeks or few months. People who were in the locker room of City will get their bonus, 15% bonus later today. And that will be given in Chiliz directly to your Socios account. Probably going to have a lot of requests in terms of KYC and level and blah, blah, blah. So make sure that you have all the information available. We will, what we call swap the locker room tokens into City tokens either this weekend, maybe earlier next week. Will depend a bit of the bandwidth and all the things happening either later today or in the next few days. But for us, it's a very big achievement because, again, it's our first major Premier League team that we are launching. Super happy. And I say first because I don't want to jinx it, but we already have few Premier League teams lined up. You know, in every country it's always the same. Was the same in Spain, was the same in Italy, now it's the same in UK. Nobody wants to be first, but nobody wants to be last. And right now, with City being our first Premier League being launched, I can already tell you that we have 2 teams that are lined up, and each of them wants to be the first one after City. So we'll see who's going to win this race, but our goal is to have probably 3 to 4, let's say, Premier League teams by in the next quarter or so, let's say before the end of the season, including City, and that's going to consolidate a lot of offer for the fans, for the users, for the traders as well that are part of that game. On top of that, a bit of an update in terms of product and the company. The company is actually right now 100 people in the business, so we are one of these rare blockchain company that not only has a business. Every day we have more and more users, every day we have more and more deposits, every day we have more interaction between users, fans, teams, etc. Of course, we are very early stage. Our product is not at all where we want it to be, but yet every day we are building. And we are building with a team of 100 employees right now all over the world. And I think in December, I made a prediction that will be 140 by the end of the year. In all fairness, we're most likely going to be closer to 200 because we announced the fact that we were opening an office in US. As you know, we are putting a significant investment in US, and I'm going to talk about that just after. We're opening an office in Sao Paulo, in Brazil. As I said 2 days ago, I guess. Brazil actually became a very big market for us in the last few weeks and few months. And I always joke that Brazil is the next Turkey for us in a way that there is a significant. It's one of the crazy countries in terms of football adoption and in part of the society, and also a very strong crypto community. So by mixing these 2 communities, we are becoming very strong. And actually, funny enough, Chiliz is 2 times more traded than Bitcoin right now in Brazil. So thank you very much to the Brazilian community. I'm listening to you, we are hearing you, and we are very much advanced as well with some major teams in Brazil that hopefully will announce very soon. We gonna announce between next week, the week after, or the week after, we have a lot of e-commerce partners, so major conglomerate or major, let's say, partners that's going to join the ecosystem. And that's very exciting because it's not just about sports. It's going to be more and more into e-commerce and entertainment. In all transparency, we are talking quite a lot also with some agent or live event organizers that wants to potentially tokenize their event or their artist. So it's very interesting. We are taking our time because we don't want to do it wrong, the same way that we took our time to always find the right partner, for example, in the Premier League in UK as well. It matters for us to do it right. So we have a full team of what we call partnership, the people that goes after, or business development, that goes after a new partnership. And right now we are very busy in signing, not negotiating, but signing deals with e-commerce platforms that you will see that are major. New teams in Latin America, in Europe, in Spain, everywhere, in Northeast Asia or in Asia in general. And so spending a lot of time on that. US, we made our announcement about $50 million commitment to work and onboard teams there. So obviously for not legal, but let's say commercial reason, I cannot disclose the details, but we are in advanced stages with dozens of teams in all the different leagues to try to see how we approach our product, because in US, the big difference between US and Europe, as you can see, we sign with Juventus, with Paris Saint-Germain, with Barcelona. We always sign directly with the teams. In US, you cannot do that. You have to sign through the league because the way it's structured. So nobody can sign just one team and then it has to be approved by the league. So we do a lot of education, a lot of calls, a lot of meetings with the different leagues, a lot of regulatory framework, because of course we have to ensure and to show, and even for us, that what we do is the right thing, which it is. So we are very happy. But yes, US is going to be a massive boost for us in terms of users, in terms of onboarding of teams. And as you can see, The more we onboard teams, the more we onboard users. Right now we have almost, actually we passed it earlier this week, but we have more or less like 100,000 daily active users on the socials.com platform. This is before we even launch probably the 10, 15, 20 teams we're gonna launch later. It's before we do any marketing, like proper marketing, like acquisition. It's before the product have gamification, NFTs and collectibles that we are launching, etc. So very, very confident in the future of what we are doing. A lot of challenges. Every day is a new problem, of course, but that's what we like as a company and the people in the team. We focusing a lot of our efforts, as I said, in Turkey, in Latin America, plus Brazil. Korea is very important for us, and many other countries. The explosion of socials.com is also translated in terms of usage of Chiliz, because of course every time that there is a new users coming to the platform, they have to use Chiliz either to buy or to trade or to become just a fan through the platform. So Chiliz is becoming and has become actually one of the most traded token in the crypto sphere. So it was a bit like a wow, it's almost too much, but in a positive way. You know, we are overwhelmed, but it's great because it helps us to get a lot of awareness. I'm going to spend most of my time next week, probably, beside announcements, to do a lot of YouTube video with influencers to try to, again, educate and share our vision and share what we want to do. So our job is, you know, to onboard new teams, to sign new partners, to make sure that users use the product, because I don't want to be the bad guy here, but a lot of crypto projects are just about fluff. In our case, we have users, businesses, utility, and growing. And when we announce a partner like Manchester City, for example, it's to launch a product in the next few days or in the next few weeks that will last hopefully forever. But the same way that when we launched Paris Saint-Germain 2 years ago or Juventus 2 years ago, till today, you can still see a growth in terms of utility, in terms of promotion, and that's just the beginning, because our hyper growth as a business that we had for the last few weeks and few months forced us to scale, but also forced us and forced clubs to engage more with us to make it more successful. So we are in a very good shape, very happy. I know you all wait for another questions. I'm not going to answer it now because that will be too easy. Richard, how many people are watching the show? Only 20,000. Guys, I was expecting a little bit more. But yeah, thank you very much for following this quick update. City is in. Now it's time for us to do a lot of PR and a lot of interview in the next few minutes and few hours. And maybe there will be another update later today for something else. See you later, guys. Bye.